Hi guys, welcome to the Air Bar.
The Air Bar. Although we're wearing historic branding, keep your eyes posted and then we will be changing shortly.
Change is a good thing. We've got a new name coming, new format. It's going to be exciting. So like Jonny said, stay tuned, keep watching.
We have a cool gun for you today.
Really cool. The new Hatsan Factor. Not sure about the name, but look at that.
Yeah, the name is
The name needs work. The name needs work. Factor, like what, Factor 50?
I don't even know.
It's not.
Factor means.
It's the Factor series.
The Factor series.
The Factor series.
Okay.
Like the X Factor.
Yes, but they've not got the X, so they've not got.
No, they should have put it. Hatsan should have X Factor. You missed the trick. I tell you what, this retails under 500 quid. Look at that, for 500 quid. Anyone who's an FX fan that doesn't have £1,800 spare,
It's a bargain.
well, the Turkish are taking over, aren't they? And in a good way.
Maybe.
In a lot of things, not in everything.
Maybe.
Don't get me wrong. That you do still need to be careful with what you buy. So I think you get in the box. If it's 2-2,
There is a big plastic box.
there is a big plastic box that it comes in. Coming on. It's coming on.
Ta-da!
There she
I mean,
be.
it doesn't exude quality.
No, but it is an ABS carry case that comes with a gun that is under £500.
So the stock is M4, which is really nice, which means you can. It's not horrible quality.
That lever comes down. Pull that lever down,
Oh wow!
and you've got a fully adjustable stock. Unscrew this lever here, and you've got a fully adjustable cheek piece.
It's not a good quality M4 style stock.
But that being said, if the thread size is the same,
It is.
you could swap it out. It might be the same thread. Or you just do what I do at work. You
Bodge
just
it together.
force it on, and eventually the thread will go on of some sort.
Yeah.
You end up with a stock like that, but you work around it. But yeah, it's not the best. It is ABS plastic.
That
but
is not pleasant. That adjuster.
no,
But, you know.
it is £500. We can't be too critical on something that.
Yeah, a decent M4 stock's going to cost you about £500.
What's an FX going to cost you?
£1,800.
1,800 quid, and then you're going to want to tune the hell out of it.
All right, so
If you like that sort of style, the sort of M4 style, and you want an FX, but it's a first gun, or money's an issue, or not an issue, but you're on a budget,
An issue, mate. 500 quid is a fair.
it's a fair
chunk
tool.
of cash. Moving on from the stock.
Moving on from the stock.
What's next?
Side lever, so you've got a weaver ride on the top, you've got a little one added on the bottom, because it's actually got a rubber cover on it that slides off,
That's
which is
a
quite
nice
good.
touch.
That is a nice touch. So you can put anything you want on there, your torches, but it actually does come with the bipod handle. Whoa, check it out.
I am aware that that is cool.
That is cool. And that's included. You get that in the box. I mean, you're just going to be doing that all day.
Oh, mate, these
I mean,
things...
if you're out hunting, there's probably not the thing to press just before you're about to lie down and take a
Certainly.
shot.
Quiet mode.
Okay, I've been proven wrong. It is quiet if you've got time to wait for that. It's no Spartan, is it? Let's be honest.
But it's free.
It is free.
It's
it comes
free.
with it.
And
It
it's
just
lightweight,
clips on.
and it is what it is. It's
Yep.
free.
Clips on the bottom rail.
And turns your otherwise sleek unit into a beast.
2 mags with it. Endless amounts of fun. So in 2-2, 42 shots before you've got to sit down and reload.
42 shots?
Yeah, they're 21
21
shots
shot
each
mags.
with 2-2, 24 with 177. So if you get a 177, that's 48 shots before you've even got to sit down and reload your mags.
How many shots per fill is it?
So you've got a 250 bar tank, and you're going to get 320 shots per fill with 177, and 310 shots per fill with 2-2.
That's a bit mental.
It's pretty good, considering how many the mags hold.
Considering 20 years ago we were happy with 30.
Yeah,
That's pretty good.
it's pretty good. 300 shots. There are 2 different versions. There is the Hatsan Factor, and there's the Hatsan Factor RC. The RC is regulated, the Hatsan Factor is not. So I don't know what the price point difference is for going up to the RC to have the regulated version. But obviously with 310 shots in 2-2 or even 177, your power's going to fluctuate from the first fill down to it being empty. But how much? You don't know really until you start trying them. They also give you the single shot adapter which is pretty cool, especially if you're doing some sort of field target. Get your fill adapters to go onto your air bottles. Need some sort of tool in there for taking the stock apart. A spare seal. I mean, these guys are not short in giving you spare parts. Tooling, O-rings, seals. That's the tool to take the stock apart. It's like a C-spanner, isn't it? To take your back ring off if you want to change the stock out. That is a nice touch. So your magazine just slides in from the side. So if you can see on here, you have got a little loading gate which you can shut.
I presume that's for the single shot adapter.
For the single shot adapter, and I suppose to some extent it will keep a little bit of dirt out when you're moving around.
It's quite cool.
It's quite cool. It's a nice touch. And that is it. That is your mag in. If I turn it slightly, you can rack it. So here we go. Here's the magazine for the Hatsan Factor. So you swing open. And on the back, you've got this hexagonal nut, which comes with a tool if you can't grip onto it with your own hands. So you put the tool on the back, just fits on the hexagonal nut. Oh, that's so... Why was I trying to do it with my hands?
Because you're a man, inherently just feel the need to prove yourself.
So put your tool on the back, wind the mag up, which actually is extremely easy now I've put that tool on the back. And once you've got it all the way, you can drop each pellet in, skirt upwards, all the way around. Once you've loaded your mag up, click the lid back into place. Once you put the first pellet in place, it's going to hold itself in there, but I haven't got any pellets to put in there at this current time. But yeah, once you turn it around, it will hold it in place, and then you're ready to go and load it in. There we go. There's the mags. They're relatively easy. They're not a bad design. It's £500, you get 2 mags with it. You know, but it doesn't happen a lot, does it? The side lever's nice, and also, which is worth noting for all you lefties, it's fully ambidextrous and it's very easy to change yourself.
It's halfway ambidextrous. Fully would mean you put the mag in from the other side.
Okay, it's not fully ambidextrous.
It's halfway there.
It's halfway there.
Yeah. It's like a tip of
the
a hat.
cocking lever could be left-handed.
Yeah, very much. That's nice.
Yeah, there is a bit of wiggle play in it. But it's nice having the double lever, biathlon style. That all the way back to pull your mag out. You showed your loading gate. And then that is a nice platform to hold. 580cc bottle. The trigger is 2-stage adjustable. The barrel is fully shrouded and they reckon it's 50% quieter. But also it's screw cut for a 1/2 inch UNF moderator. So if it's not quiet enough and you want to add a bit of length and make it super quiet, you can still put a mod on there. It's 250 bar fill with an external gauge. You've got your safe and your fire position just above your trigger. So actually when you're out, that is quite nice and easy to move. It's quite a positive click. And a 2-stage adjustable trigger.
Rate it out of 10.
It's about 6, which isn't bad for the price point. It's a crisp trigger, which can be adjusted as well. So I mean, that's just the way it's come out of the box. It'd be interesting to see what the trigger pull is on it one day, but the fact that you can change it and you can play with it and suit it to your own needs is a nice touch. I'm quite impressed actually for the money. It's obviously been Cerakoted.
It's a coating.
It is a coating.
It'll be a ceramic style coating.
But it's the grip's nice. I will say that the grip being rubber is it's quite narrow. It's quite thin, but it's a nice grip.
You can change it.
Yeah, it's a nice weight to it. And that is the thing, it's like the FXs, isn't it? Throw a bit more money at it, you can make it your own rifle. You're going to be able to put your own bits and bobs on, your own stocks. Like we said with the Weaver Rail, so you can whack your scope straight on there, or your night vision. I think it's well worth looking at for that price point. I think we're going to have to get out and shoot it soon and see what it performs like.
Historically, the Hatsans have been accurate. They make a good gun.
They do make a good. They've just made the semi-auto as well, so I don't know if that is to go against the stir.
Oh, well, that first stage is...
It's flimsy, isn't it?
It's cracked, isn't it? It's either there or not. Like
yeah.
It's not really a first stage to take up. It's just, let's move that out of the way.
Yeah, but with the adjustment, you might be able to make that a little bit better. Get rid of that free spot.
Mate, I think that's a banging trigger.
For a £500 air rifle.
Get rid of the first stage and it will just be a really nice
You can
trigger.
adjust it out, can't you?
Yeah, I've done it.
Yeah,
Probably.
You've
played with it more than that.
Yeah, it's adjustable. Why not?
Alright, so...
You can adjust anything. Do you know the other touch, just before we completely summarise, what I like is you have the Weaver Rail on the bottom, which you can fit the bipod to that comes with it with the handle. They've even thought about that, where you've used your Weaver Rail up, so I'll tell you what, we'll put another Weaver Rail on the handle, on the opposite side. So you can still have your torch on there.
Let's compare it to some other things on the market at 500 quid.
Okay.
Namely, the Gamma Fox, probably the most popular
Package.
The original cheap air gun.
Yep.
Of the modern era.
Yeah, it's a good package that they put together.
Yeah, and it smashed the market up.
Yeah.
And subsequently, everyone else has been doing the same. The Turkish have really got into the market in reliability in a big way, because some of those original Turkish guns, I remember the first Silent was it might have been Hatsan AT-44.
Oh.
They were just badly finished.
Yeah, they're not.
Which is what shocks me. This is.
They've spent some time and engineering on this.
This feels good.
It feels nice.
You ever feel the AT-44s? Nothing but a bit graunchy. Crunch.
Yeah, you're always worried that you're going to break it or snap the lever off, whereas
a few people did.
Yeah, that wouldn't surprise me. The Gamma is a good package though, because what is it with the package? You
500.
get the 500 and you get a pump.
Yep.
You get a scope.
Yep.
Yeah. So if you're a beginner or a starter off and you want to get all of the bits, you're going to go for that package.
So maybe it's not the most comparable.
It's not a beginner gun,
Let's
but
toss them up between the two. This feels in the metal harder wearing.
yeah.
The Gamma Fox feels flimsier.
Yeah, slightly. And then what else have you got to compare it to money-wise in the PCP game? An
Let me just back
XM1?
up the Gamma Fox quickly, because I'm not dogging it up. What I will say is the Gamma Fox feels more honest.
Yeah.
This feels like a cheap version of an FX. Like, it feels cheap.
It is. They've copied
It
it.
might feel harder, but it does feel cheap. The Gamma Fox has some style and luxury for the price point, maybe. Or it's price appropriate in its finish. They've finished everything to the right standard for the money. Oh, shut up.
What do Turkey do? They look at something that's good, that's popular, they copy it.
For less money.
For less money.
Yeah.
So of course it's based
They're
on
the
an
China of
FX.
guns.
Yeah. They just copy everything, and they do a good job of it. If you like the sort of FX style, but you can't afford one,
Justify it.
I think if I had the choice between the Gamma and this, I'd probably go for one of these.
I'm probably with you.
And I am a bit of a fan of the FXs. I don't currently own one, but I would like to own one
I
day.
wouldn't own it as my only air gun,
No.
whereas I would own the Gamma Fox as my only air gun.
I do like to customise and I like to play, and they are endless options of what you can do to one of them. I haven't got anything else to say on it apart from I am quite surprised that they can make that for £500.
The world is a wild place. Like, Turkey is doing big things.
Potentially, I'd like to test both of them, but I would lean towards going along the regulated version.
It's going to be, I don't know how much more it is. If
We're going to have to find
If
out.
it was under £100 more,
You go regulated. Yeah. You're not going to spend £1,000 on one of these regulated because you're going to save up and get a second-hand FX.
yes. Yeah, but if it was
For a day's stay.
580, I think it'd be worth the extra money.
Yeah.
However, going on other guns that are unregulated with huge bottles, namely Theobins,
Yep.
you've got such an air reservoir that your power curve is negligible anyway. So maybe, just maybe, because it's probably got some sort of pre-chamber system.
Well, like the Crow Jumbos.
Yeah.
The punchers, the breakers, none of
Yeah.
them are regulated.
No, but they're okay.
They're good, they're accurate guns. I had a Crow. I mean, their barrels are 80 foot long, which is quite off-putting.
This is not particularly short.
It's not particularly short, but it's got the built-in shroud.
And it's not. I didn't even notice the noise, so it can't be that.
No, they reckon it's 50% quieter
Yeah, probably.
most of the time. You could get away with
I
that. I
wouldn't
would have thought so.
bother
And we were inside a building, so it's going to like echo around the
I
building.
wouldn't bother
isn't it?
putting a mod on it, I don't think.
No, I wouldn't. I think it looks cool without it, to be quite honest.
Well, there you go.
The Hatsan Factor.
Bye.
Go find one, have a look.
Thanks for watching.
The Air Bar.